Good afternoon. Hello. Welcome to the Ferry Building's birthday. Woohoo! What great weather we have to celebrate. I'm Elaine Forbes. I'm the Executive Director of the Port of San Francisco, and I really have the distinct honor of opening up this grand celebration. As the Executive Director of the Port, my team and I, we have the awesome responsibility of 7.5 miles of waterfront, and it includes this very majestic ferry building. I want to thank the people who put this together, Jane Connor and her team, Lillian Brenner, and Justin Burton of my group. Thank you, people behind the scenes who made it happen. We've got some very special people here today to make this celebration very grand. We have our mayor, Mayor London Breed, who will speak shortly. Let's hear it for the mayor. We have Supervisor Aaron Peskin, board president, and this is his district. Let's hear it for Supervisor Peskin. And also, thank you. And also we have Commissioner Ed Harrington joining us today. Thank you, Ed Harrington. So it was exactly 125 years ago, in 1898, when the first vessel arrived here, opening the newly fashioned pier and opening an era of prosperity and diversity for our city. For nearly 40 years, it was the Bay Crossing that welcomed everyone in and out of the city. The bridge went up in 1936. So today, this building is such a special place of travel, of welcoming, of diversity, and we know that our ferry passenger ridership is going to go up to pre-pandemic levels very soon as we have new routes and welcome the Mission Bay Ferry Landing. This is a place where people gather for the most important city celebrations, whether that be the Gay Pride Parade, to the Juneteenth celebration, to markets and festivals, or just to have a great day of enjoyment. The Ferry Building also reflects the generation we're in. And in our time, this building stayed open during the COVID pandemic, getting farmers market ready to return safely as soon as it could, keeping our bread store and coffee store open, and being ready for the first passengers cleared to travel. And now, in our economic recovery and vitality, we're hosting millions in celebrations and enjoyment. Now, we are going to make a capsule today that will be opened in 25 years, in 2048. And when it's opened, I know we'll have one thing to be extremely proud of. We are investing in the future of the ferry building to prepare for sea level rise. So in 25 years, the folks that are standing up here in the community, there will be a grand project that we're preparing to raise this building, maybe up to 7 feet, and to redo this plaza to make it as grand as it is today and even more into the future. So that will be in 25 years, that generation, those people will be thinking a lot about sea level rise and have plans that we're preparing today. I know this building will continue to be a worldwide symbol of San Francisco, of welcoming, of new opportunities, and that's what we're honoring today, the promise of the city. I would like to introduce Victor Coleman, who is CEO of Hudson Pacific Properties. Hudson is our key partner and lessee. They ensure this building is beautiful and well maintained. That's why the clock tower is covered, because she's being painted. And they also ensure that we have spectacular diversity in our businesses, that there's great opportunity for San Francisco made products, and that the building really reflects our values in San Francisco. The team has worked very hard to make this building special. So with that, please welcome Mr. Coleman.
Thanks, Eileen. Welcome everybody to a great celebration. On behalf of the Hudson Pacific team, we are here and absolutely thrilled to be a part of this 125 years. This building is iconic, as everybody knows. The Ferry Building has lasted through very, very many events and has been most recently the pandemic. And after coming through the pandemic, right now, when you look behind you, we're 90% leased with the heart of San Francisco as tenants, as occupants here. And I can't be more proud of the team at Hudson that has put the tenants in place and catered to the city of San Francisco to all the dynamics that we deserve. This building and the city will celebrate this and many other things to come going forward. With that, as you can see, and as Eileen mentioned, we're about to be painting this building. We're finishing the historic clock tower, and we're on our way to many more exciting things here at the Ferry Building. We've diversified our tenant mix here with the heart of San Francisco in our marketplace, and this city is reflective of what we see here at the Ferry Building and what we see going forward in the Ferry Building in the future. As we said here, there's a time capsule, and I'm actually going to put in the time capsule right now some photos that will, 25 years from now, be picked up, and that will be redone, and all the other work that we've done to date will be part of these photos. So I'm going to drop these in here as a little commemoration. To that end, you know, our company, Hudson Pacific, we believe that the success of the Ferry Building and the success of the city of San Francisco, the future is in our hands. We're very excited to work with civic leaders, future and current business leaders to protect and maintain the safety and security and vitality of the city of San Francisco. We have a lot to look forward to. Applaud yourselves. This is one of the greatest cities in the world, and we're here to celebrate this. Our local leadership here is second to none. Through various levels of diversity and positive attributes, you can see the future is going to be very bright. And currently, I'm standing here today to segue to introduce our leader of this city currently today, who is focused on business, social, and the future of this city as we stand and as we look forward. It is very bright. Our mayor, London Breed, is a testament to the future of this city and the current aspects of where the growth of this city is. Please welcome our mayor, because she is going to continue to make massive differences for us. Mayor Breed.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to San Francisco. We're so happy to see each and every one of you here at the Ferry Building celebrating 125 years. Let's give it up for the official band of San Francisco, the Lesbian Gay Freedom Band. Don't you just love this city? You know, before there was the Bay Bridge, before there was the Golden Gate Bridge, there was the Ferry Building. And this iconic building was home to trains, to cable cars, to streetcars, to all kinds of vehicles, to ferries. And the fact is, it was iconic back then in terms of its significance during a time, during a time when we needed a place like this for so many different modes of transportation to come. When we think about the iconic Ferry Building, we think about San Francisco, and we think about all of the extraordinary things that this building has evolved to over the years. Yes, it was a place that was created for trade, for different modes of transportation, but over the years, with changes, we have seen it become this incredible place with over 40 vendors and businesses and places for people to shop, to eat, to enjoy, and to really experience the vibrancy of San Francisco. When you think about many of the challenges that this city has faced, in fact, the 1906 earthquake, the 1989 earthquake, and the two global pandemics, this building continues to stand strong. Before the 1989 earthquake, there was a freeway through the Embarcadero, and some of us remember that freeway, which really cast somewhat of a shadow on this particular building. Well, even though an earthquake can be seen as something of devastation, here in San Francisco, we saw it as an opportunity to reinvent and reimagine what this location can be for the people of the city and for the people who visit and work in the city and use the ferries and other modes of transportation to come here. That's why being here today and celebrating 125 years of what we are today is so special. Because it is important to remind us of the past and what we've been through and the challenges. And when we talk about San Francisco as a resilient city, one of the most iconic, resilient buildings that exists, the Ferry building, is one of the places that we think about. A place that has withstood earthquakes and withstood pandemics and has withstood transition from these smaller buildings that were once the tallest buildings in the city to some more iconic buildings, and the city continues to grow. We know San Francisco has experienced challenges, but we are grateful and excited to take a moment in time to pause and to celebrate this extraordinary milestone. A place that people visit from everywhere all over the world, a place that I visit frequently and enjoy many of the venues and the places to eat and to shop. And what I want to say to Hudson Properties, because they have did a really great job of making this space a vibrant space, providing opportunities to local vendors, and creating a place where anything is possible for anyone who wants to come here. And I want to express my appreciation to Elaine Forbes and the people who work for the port. We know that Commissioner Ed Harrington is here, and Commissioner John Burton, I see it looks like he's walking towards this way. But I want to thank all of you for many of the work that you've done, and I want to express my appreciation today by giving Victor of Hudson Properties a proclamation and officially declaring it Ferry Building Day in the city and county of San Francisco. I also want to say that City Hall, in recognition of this special occasion, will be lit up in a cobalt blue tonight, so make sure you go by this evening and take pictures. And also, we're going to be giving out ice cream. Who doesn't love ice cream? 500 lucky people here today will get ice cream to really celebrate this incredible occasion. And what I plan to put in this time capsule, let's see what my team put together. First, I'm going to put my challenge coin that shows a picture of it's City Hall in gold, and it also shows the iconic San Francisco skyline, and it has my name on it. And also because technology is changing, and I think in 25 years, you may not have the ability to print these, but you're going to open this time capsule, and some people might say, when do they start making actual prints of photographs? So I'm going to put in a print of my photograph, because in 25 years, there'll probably only be digital photographs, and my hope is that people will look in this time capsule and think, wow, this stuff is really cool. Nowadays, when I talk to kids, they don't even know what a typewriter is. Some of you don't know what a typewriter is. That's kind of scaring me a tad bit. But 25 years from now, we'll be able to, open this time capsule and look at what once was. And as we see technology changing right here in the city and county of San Francisco, we know, just like this Ferry building, we'll be leading the way for technology and innovation and all great things. And we're grateful to be here to share with you at this time on this 125th anniversary. And with that, I'd like to introduce the president of the Board of Supervisors, who's joining us here today and represents this district. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Aaron Peskin.
Thank you, Mayor Breed. It's always tough to go after our mayor, who cribbed virtually everything I was going to say. So I will just ad-lib it. This building really is the welcoming point to San Francisco since the days preceding the gold rush. This is the building that for 125 years welcomed our entrepreneurs, welcomed our immigrants, welcomed our residents, welcomed our visitors, and established San Francisco as the center of commerce on the western seaboard of the United States. It is also an edifice that we can learn a lot from. The mayor referenced the mistake
that we as a city and a state made by walling this incredible building off from our waterfront. And yes, this building has survived 2 pandemics, the 1906 earthquake, the 1989 Loma Prieta earthquake. And as a result of that, Mayor Agnos and the Board of Supervisors used that opportunity to reunite the Ferry building and our waterfront with downtown and the rest of San Francisco, which we should be profoundly thankful for. This building was designed by an architect named Arthur Page Brown, who designed another civic structure that we know and love, our City Hall, and Coit Tower, and the War Memorial, all iconic landmark buildings in San Francisco. And the reason I evoke him is because there's a lesson to be learned from this building that on the occasion of celebrating the 125th anniversary of the Ferry building should not be lost on us, and we should remember for the next century as we raise, R-A-I-S-E, not raise, R-A-Z-E, the Ferry building, which is that we have a tendency to muck up our historic buildings. We did that to City Hall, and in 1996, then Mayor Willie Brown and the Board of Supervisors made the command decision at the taxpayers' expense to return it to its grandeur. And indeed, the same decision was made here in 2003, where we unmucked this building. And we should remember that. In 1948, 50 years into this building's life, there was a proposal to R-A-Z-E, raze, demolish this building. That was 75 years ago. And the city fathers, for they were all men at that time, and the State Board of Harbor Commissioners wanted to knock this building down because of the advent of the car and freeways and the fact that ferries were no longer the hegemonic form of transportation. Well, guess what? It's 2023, and now ferries are back in, and this building is still here. Let us remember those lessons. And while I do not, for some reason that I do not understand, have the power to proclaim Ferry Building Day in San Francisco, which somehow has been reserved only to the mayor in a charter section that I will undoubtedly try to change, I do, on behalf of the Board of Supervisors, have the ability to recognize with our highest honor the Ferry Building on the occasion of its 125 years. And this will be the first time that I do not actually present this certificate to a person, but place it in a box that we will open on the occasion of the 150th anniversary of this incredible edifice. Thank you, everybody. Madam Port Director, thank you for your stewardship. Thank you to your staff. Thank you to Wilson Meany Sullivan, who actually did the unmucking of this building 20 years ago. Thank you to all those that have stewarded it along the way, Equity Office and now Hudson Pacific, and let's get another 125 years out of this building.
Thank you so much. Weren't those fantastic speakers? I mean, the mayor and President Peskin taught us so much about this building and what it represents. And I'm going to put a challenge coin in the box, and I'm putting in information about the soils under the building and what might need to happen to raise it up. We'll get a little more information before the 25 years is unveiled. So it's time to celebrate. It's time to have the party to celebrate this building. Thank you all for being here on the 125th anniversary of this most beloved, exquisite, historically of the utmost importance building. Let's hear from the city's Lesbian and Gay Freedom Band, our official band, and let's celebrate. Thank you.